Welcome to Story Ideas on the Fly, where we pick a random prompt out of a hat and try to develop it. Let's see, what should we get today? It says, oh gosh, a fairy godmother who gives girls what they actually need, not makeovers or shopping sprees, but good common sense advice. Now this, a chick, and we've got a bunch of guys. Oh yes, I guess I should have introduced. We have Johnathan and Mike with us today. All right.
That's okay.
Different from Michael.
Get good ideas.
Yeah, Joe, they can't actually hear you. You're too far ahead.
Oh, right. Too far.
Different from Michael. There we go. They probably heard you there.
Okay.
Right.
So a fairy godmother who gives girls what they actually need, not makeovers or shopping sprees, but good common sense advice.
Now,
Setting.
is she actually, like, magical?
I think we go classic fairy tale.
Honestly, I was going to say
you want
no
urban?
magic whatsoever.
Okay.
Have her just be a normal girl who, kind of, instead of having any kind of magic to her, just finds people who have problems in their lives and comes in.
I want her to kind of be a swindler. Yeah, she's got nothing, no magic whatsoever. She just claims to, I'm the fairy godmother.
To be the fairy godmother.
You know, and if you just do this, and if you just do this, if you just, if you just, study this and this and this, you'll make that A on that test. It's just like magic.
Okay.
There was one of my favorite books I used to read to the kids when they were little was written by a friend of mine named Steve.
Oh, Magic Arrow.
Yeah, the Magic Arrow. And the basic idea of it is that there's this little mouse and he's in this competition and his family has always won because, and he has to be in an archery competition. And so this old wise man.
But he hated archery
and
was
archery,
terrible at it.
Tells him, well, I know how to make a magic arrow, And so he makes a magic
always,
arrow. It will always hit. But to make it magic, you have to shoot it at an acorn 100 times every night until the competition. And guess what? So I kind of see her. Yeah, guess how he does so well in the competition. And at the end,
fun.
at the end of the story, spoilers. I wish the book was out. At the end of the story, he's like, I cheated to win. I used the magic arrow. He's like, no, you didn't. You practiced. That's kind of
my favorite part was how the old blind mouse was walked away at the end going, magic arrows, seriously, the youth will believe anything.
All right,
yeah.
So I see this as a
This
lady
could be fun.
who's just, a swindler kind of thing. She's in this for the money. Okay.
For the money? When does she get paid?
I don't know. Are these people going to pay her for their wishes?
I don't know. Is this is this a fairy tale where fantasy, classic where the girls go and marry princes or don't marry princes if she gives them better advice? Or is it a modern story where she meets these girls in high school or something? Either way, I don't know how much.
I like the idea of her not like making a career out of it or anything, but just kind of being the old wise woman who just hangs around in this one town.
Okay.
And some people legitimately claim she's performed actual magic. We're serious about this. But and so people go to her with their problems because she's managed to fix so many problems.
Right.
And she'll do some stuff and she actually, I can see her actually like encouraging the whole rumor of her being magical and actually like doing things that might seem a little magical, but in the end it's just sleight of hand.
Okay.
She's a misdirect. She's just a common like a magician, a sleight of hand misdirectionist magician.
So
pulling doves out of a hat.
So she, she's in this for
advice.
the money. She's in this just to be nice because she's an old lady.
That's kind of
okay.
It's a fairy godmother.
You could do this where you set it at a high school and she's just maybe not the guidance counselor, but where she's just sit there at she has a job. But she's, but whenever kids are in trouble or, the girl's like, oh no.
Or you can have it so that she's actually a student there and it's just that her dad's the psychiatrist.
You could do that.
Be an old lady
I
in
like
town.
being older.
And, she could have money, she could kind of be wealthy, not have to worry about the money. She's retired, has plenty of retirement money, so she doesn't need it.
I was thinking, what if she actually is a fairy, but just she doesn't use it because she doesn't feel like she's things like a makeover, a nice dress, and then going to a single dance with the guy you have a crush on isn't going to solve all your problems. You're stuck in the house with a horrible stepmother and horrible stepsisters. What in the world are you doing? So like she is magical, but she doesn't use her magic because she finds there are more practical ways to do it. She thinks that like magic shouldn't be used willy nilly.
Ooh,
And that could lead into like a second character, whereas there's another fairy godmother that comes in and she just uses magic to try to fix everyone's
okay, I
problems.
like her being a real fairy godmother, really having
It's
magic.
actually there is a fairy ability of being able to see into people and kind of see their souls, understand what's really going on. So that would be the magic that your fairy godmother might actually end up using the most, is just that she's looking at people going, oh, I can see that boy's no good for you, and so she guides the
She may also actually use some magic, but not giving them what they want, helping them to do what she's told them to
Magic
do.
for mundane or actual practical
We could do
needs.
this. You could go two different ways with this. That when you were talking, you could either go and say this is just a modern day thing where she's from a fairy realm in our world for some reason, or if you want to go kind of spoof, you put her some in a fairy tale world where we're thinking the more, Disney-fied fairy tales, not how they really were.
Yeah.
Or you could use the ones how they really were, but she's coming in and going, no, let's not, like you said, let's not give you the pretty dress and have you go to the ball. That's not going to do everything.
Cinderella, let's find you a lawyer. Let's get back your father's estate that your stepmother stole from you, okay? I know a great lawyer. He lives in the town just down the road.
And we don't no sending your little girl because she's been cursed off with fairies until her 16th birthday is not the way to do this.
No.
Going to bless her that she won't what do they bless her, the fairies.
Yeah.
We're going to bless her that and give her something practical, like
Actually, technically, the blessing that changed Sleeping Beauty's curse was the one smart thing those three fairies did in that entire.
The blessing they gave made us so that instead of dying, she
fell
just
asleep.
fall asleep
Until true love.
He didn't let her talk to strangers.
But then
Well, then they didn't tell her about it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like if you want the true love's kiss, you actually have to not live alone in the woods.
Yeah, we need to find you a boy. Real quick.
Actually, for me, kind of a Sleeping Beauty is called Cursed Sleep. And the girl knows exactly what's going on, Anyway, it's really good. But I fixed all the problems in the story.
And the people around her are constantly trying to get her together with people because they're going, hey, we need to make sure that if she actually does get cursed, we have true love's kiss right there.
All right. Okay, so if you wanted to kind of go that way, that can be fun. I've done things where integrating fairy tales into them before.
Now here's the question. Are we having the fairy be the main character or the person she's helping be the main character?
It would definitely be her.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was guessing probably her, but I figured we should just double check.
Okay, if it's her, if she starts out doing this, where's her character arc? So what she need to accomplish as a fairy?
Well, you could, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but you could go with, you could have your villain also be a fairy godmother and have this be more of a, not fairy godmother competition. It could be. But have something where you do kind of parallel the two fairy godmothers. Where
Of
the one fairy
ideological differences.
Mother is like, you're all dressed up and gives them everyone makeovers and
make her the stereotypical.
Yeah, gives
fairy
everyone
godmother.
makeovers as if that's going to solve all their problems, whereas this other fairy godmother is actually trying to solve the actual problems. And then have
clean up any messes that the other caused.
Okay.
What you
And
could
then have
do, and which would
the
be an
struggle be
interesting
kind of between
conflict,
the two because
is have it be you have the secondary fairy godmother who just comes in and fixes problems, or at least makes things look like she fixed the problems. And so, whenever people have problems, which of the two fairy godmothers are they going to go to?
Okay.
the one who gives
the one who
them
gives them the immediate makeover.
Yeah, the immediate makeover.
And so you could have the story be less about the fairy godmother's character development and more the development of this like entire kingdom of fairy tales,
Yeah.
where the
town
people
or
have to
land.
learn, hey, wait a second, these temporary solutions aren't actually helping us in the long run. They're just
I
making
picked
us.
a really hot date, but it didn't fix my
Okay,
problems.
I think I've got a few ideas here.
Okay.
One, we've been debating where this is set. How about just fairy tale land?
Cool.
I
Okay.
like
Fairy tale
that.
land, yeah.
Fairy tale land is a
I'm good
good
with that.
place. You don't have to go with the classic fairy tales mixed in, but just fairy tale land. Okay, so we need a big bad villain. And I'm
There's
into
so many to choose from.
Yes, but what if this fairy godmother that's just, oh, I'll give you this, I'll give you this, I'll give you this, in doing these, giving people what they think they want, really creates
Problems.
a monster, really creates the opportunity for some big bad, for some dark magic to be opened, for something horrendous to happen.
You have an almost Gaston-like character who's very full of himself and thinks he's the center of the universe, and he wishes to be the best knight ever, and the secondary fairy godmother just gives him the strength of 10 men, and he abuses it to basically control everyone around him. There you go.
That's
I have a thought. So, because you could make your stupid fairy godmother a little more Ursula from, a little more sea witch, a little more, I'll give this to you for a price. Or you could have her have an assistant who's, who kind of looks like this bumbling idiot and just kind of follows her around. But with every time she saves someone, he's actually, oh yeah, just sign right here and we'll fix your, oh, we need you to sign off for this or something. And he's actually collecting.
So
he's actually got an actual plan going on where he's actually manipulating the fairy godmother to do all these things so that he can take over the kingdom.
So Rumpelstiltskin is the apprentice to the second
basically.
fairy godmother.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds dangerous.
I think I would like to see because I really want, if we're going to have the fairy godmother herself be
the
heroine, I would like to see some arc with her. So maybe what she wants is she's old. She may have been married before, had kids, but her husband's dead and she's alone. And so what she is looking for is somebody to pass down her magic and her estate and everything she has. She's looking for somebody to find as an heir. And so as she goes around, she meets somebody, and perhaps it's this nice girl, and then you've got the potential for a nice little love story there that she can match up and kind of adopt these people.
Yeah.
As
that sounds
hers.
sweet. That sounds really heartwarming.
Yeah,
it
it
does.
does.
Really.
So what
like,
what I
feel
was
good.
thinking was if we have the assistant to the second fairy godmother as the villain, then we could have it where this new person that is going to take all the knowledge that she got from our main character, then it could be as those two are the final battle. It's not the fairy godmother is the hero, it's her apprentice that she's now taken under her wing as
And it could
her
also
son or
be, and
daughter.
it could also be a nice
Yeah.
duality between the two apprentices and
Right,
how
yeah.
they go about with granting
Right.
people's wishes
Because-
based upon what their
Yeah.
mentors taught them.
Right. So
Yeah.
the big
I
bad
like
battle
it.
at the
Fun.
end is the apprentices to her, the princess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he might not be like evil. He could just be greedy and inadvertent and like trying to take things for himself and inadvertently
You can
harming others.
You can
Yeah.
make him however evil you want, and how and it just depends on how you end your final battle, whether you humiliate him and get him out of power, or if you kill him. Hey, I like to kill.
Those are the
off
only
big
two
bad guys.
options. You
What?
either humiliate them or you
Who's to
kill
say-
them.
Johnathan, across the stairs.
I mean,
Cripple him.
no. Technically, there's a whole range from a slap on the wrist to a fate worse than death. But this,
Yes, but
Take them in a jar.
How sympathetic your big bad evil guy is depends on how bad a fate you want
Yeah.
for your,
Hey, if it's Rumpelstiltskin, just tear him in half. Hey, it is what originally happened, so don't blame me.
lovely.
Don't blame me.
oh yeah, the original fairy tales
are interesting.
rather grim.
I have a book of the original, original Grimm's books. I read a few of them. Was like, okay, I cannot read these like you read regular books. You need to like read one, and then wait a month before you can read another because by golly gee, Alright, those books dark.
You have to wait till the nightmares end.
What?
You have to wait until you've got enough ice cream in your system to start again.
Right.
It's always chocolate for me.
Ah.
Oh, we have other things with this?
No, I
We
feel
have-
good with this.
Okay, we've got an idea, we've got a conflict, we've got a hero, we've got a villain.
We've got some
got a
main
love
arc
story.
for at least our.
All right, I think we've got it. Who would write this one?
I think I might.
Oh,
This is not serious enough for me.
It
This
touches
is
I
like,
feel
like
it.
so many. All
but
the
I
feels.
guarantee you that villain is going to be evil. That villain is not just going to get a slap on the wrist.
if I
Herm and Hab.
If I wrote it, I would not make it nearly as serious as you would.
I'd
Unless-
probably make it sappy. All the feels.
It would be
Like,
it would it would sort of be like a rom-com or something like that type of.
If you want to
very
go
emotional.
then
and
I'm
sweet
doing
story.
the let's go talk to Cinderella and some of these
Well,
classic
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
My-
All right.
I don't
Throw
think
your
so.
ideas down in the
Yeah.
comments
How
below.
would you like to see this?
Yeah, as long
story?
as any other ideas for the hat.
Yes.
All right, we'll
Please
see you
give us
next
ideas
time.
for the hat.